Hi friends, hope you're doing well. So today what I'm going to explain is today I will create a table and we'll try to use some alter commands to modify the table structure. That means let's say we have created a table and we want to modify the table structure by adding a particular column or by dropping or deleting a particular column or by modifying a data type size or type of data. Alright, let's create the table right now. So as I told you, it really doesn't matter whether you write in caps or small because SQL Server is not case sensitive. Either you can write in small letter or you can write in capital letter as well. Let me just write it in caps. Create table customer. Okay, so we have customer table and we have taken four columns. First one is customer ID. The type of data we are going to take here is integer. Okay, so customer name varchar of 30. Customer address, since address is little lengthy, so I have taken 50. So customer contact is varchar of 15. So why I have taken customer contact or phone as varchar of 15 is that phone number might take this kind of values. See, phone number might take the country code like this. It is a combination of +91, then okay, so it might contain a hyphen, it might contain plus symbol, it might contain a bracket. So that is the reason why I have taken varchar instead of integer. And moreover, we are not going to calculate with this number. Do we calculate that? Can you add four telephone numbers? Can you do sum of 10 telephone numbers? Not like that. We do not do any calculation or any financial activity just by using a telephone number. We just want this field to store the telephone number. That's it. Since it is going to take special characters, so I'm taking here varchar instead of integer. Alright guys. So now let's insert some values into the table since the table is created successfully. Okay. So let me execute it with it. Okay, table is now created. Okay, so we can just refresh. Go to, because we see we have used maybe master database. See, it is pointing to master database right now. So where we have to go is we have to go to databases and we have to go to system database, then click on master database, then we have tables. In the tables we have customer. All right, can you guys see customer? So if you just expand it, go to columns. So see, so we have four columns which are created: customer ID, customer name, customer address, and customer contact. All right, so we want to insert some values. So to insert values, the command is insert into what is the table name guys? Customer, then values, then you have to provide the values in sequence. Okay, in sequence means the sequence you have maintained while creating a table, the same sequence you have to maintain while supplying the data or while inserting the data into the table. So first we have to provide, let's say customer ID I have given 100. Okay, customer name I have to use a single quote to keep the customer name, that is, let's say Sania. Okay, then comes customer address. It is, let's say, Hyderabad. I'm writing it over here. Customer contact is, okay, 99432561123. That's okay. I'm not writing country code over here. Okay, so this is the first entry. Okay, just execute it. So one row affected. That means one row is added. Then select it. Just do a copy paste. Okay, so here I'm 1. Here I'll write Sunita from BBSR. Phone number is, just I'm changing a little bit. Okay, so now execute it. One more row affected. That means one more row inserted. So in total we have inserted 2 rows into the table. All right. So this is the last row we are going to insert. 102 Surya is from Mumbai, let's say Mumbai, and the number I'll give like this. Alright, So now try to insert this Surya record. All right, one row affected. So if I retrieve all the records that is stored in customer table. Okay, if I want to retrieve all the records that is stored in customer table. So guys, you remember, select star from the table name. I have already explained this. Select star means all columns. Okay, it will retrieve all the columns with rows from the table customer. Now select star from customer, select it, execute it, then you'll see Sania, Sunita, Surya. So all these three customer records are already there. So now you understood how to create a table, how to insert data into a table. So next thing what you're going to explain is, so suppose there is a requirement, okay, you have to add PAN number for each and every employee. All right, you have to add PAN number for each and every employee. So how can you do that? So if you remember, 15-20 years back, the KYC process in banks were not so strict, right? They were not asking for PAN number because Aadhaar number also was not introduced by then. So they are not asking, and there were not like lot of threats. People were not absconding. People were not kind of making frauds. They're not doing any illegal activities. So nowadays, since the fraudsters now have been increased, so bank has to take extra care while doing a KYC. They're asking for PAN number, they're asking for Aadhaar number, so that they do a proper verification. So before opening any account, or before associating you as their customer. So that is the reason why bank has nowadays has been very strict. Okay, they were trying to implement all sort of rules to making sure that these customers are genuine customers, they are not fraudsters. All right, so for that is why I'm giving the same example, because suppose there is a requirement, nowadays government will say to the banks that okay boss, you have to also record the PAN numbers for the customers. Okay, whenever you are creating an account for a particular customer, please record his PAN number as well. So now if you look at this table, we have only 4 columns, right? We want to insert one more column in this table structure. It's a structure, I'd say, and structure has some data. So okay, so in this you have to add one more column. Okay, do you guys understand? So I'm repeating it again and again with a real time example, because you can easily memorize it. So to add a column, suppose like it is like a structure, you have a 3-floor building. So suppose there is a huge demand, you want to build one more house on top of your terrace, that is your maybe your penthouse, or terrace house or something like that. So it is the same thing. So there is a requirement that is come up. You have to create one more column for PAN number, since there is a there is a compulsion, or there is a rule that is mandatorily we have to use the customer PAN in every transaction. Okay, so to do that, what you have to do is you have to alter the table structure. So alter the table structure. How can we add a new column, okay, to an existing table? Add a new column to an existing table. All right, so how can you do that? See, alter table name is what? Customer. So now you are trying to alter the table customer. What you are going to do is add, so cost PAN. Now this is my new column, and what is the type of data it is going to hold? As you know, PAN numbers are the combination of alphabet and numeric. Like I'll give you an example. Suppose my PAN number is ABCD 1 2 3 4 5 N, like this. Okay, so these are combination of letters and numbers. What we say here is it's a combination of alphanumeric numbers. So for that, obviously we have to take varchar as our data type. So varchar means it is going to hold characters. In the coming sessions, I'll explain you what is varchar, what kind of data it is going to store, what is its limit, and what is the difference between char and varchar. Okay, for now don't worry, just remember it will store character values or string values. All right, so now I've taken, let's say, 15. Okay guys, so alter table customer, add customer PAN. varchar of 15. Okay, so now it is executed. So to make sure whether this column is executed or not, we can see it in both the ways. We can go to Object Explorer, we can refresh it over here. Okay, refresh, then go to databases, click on system databases, then go to master, because as you know we have created everything in master database. So you have to go to tables, then all right, go to customer columns. See, customer pan is added, guys. Can you see? We had 4 columns, now we had one more new column, customer pan, which is added. You can check in this way, or there is another way to check it. Same, select star from customer. All right, select star from customer. So what is this null? Null means it is missing value or unknown value, maybe no value. Okay, you can say null is no value or missing value, right? So that means since this column is newly added, actually we have not provided the value for pan, so it is showing us as null. Null means missing value. So when you give a double hyphen, it becomes your comment. That means we are explaining, we are giving a comment line saying, and we are trying to explain what is, giving short notes about what we are writing. Null means it is a missing value or no value. So it can't be compared with 0. Null means not 0 or not blank, not space, anything. Null means no value. You have not given any value. That is the reason we, SQL server has given it as a null. That means the value is missing over here. It cannot be compared with any sort of string value or 0 value. All right. So okay. So now you can see customer pan is there. Okay. So now, in case, in later point of time, the government has changed its rules. They can change their rule at any point of time. They'll say, okay, guys, we don't need this PAN number to record. Okay, can you, don't record the PAN number details. So what the bank has to do? Since bank has not updated anything, bank will simply go ahead and try to delete. Why? They'll take extra burden. Okay, if government is just suggesting or recommending them, okay, not to use PAN number, then simply they will try to drop this column. So how can we drop this? Alter table customer, drop, okay, which column? Dropped column, cost underscore PAN. All right, so this is the command you can write to drop a particular column. All right, dropping a column in SQL server. So guys, these are part of DDL command, data definition language. Probably I'll explain you what are the sub languages in SQL. So first is data definition language, which actually works on table and database structures, not with the data. And then comes data manipulation language. So whenever you want to do some changes in the records itself, I want to change this Hyderabad address, I want to change the contact number, I want to change the salary number. So you are playing around with the data. So now, since you are playing around with the data, so DDL group of commands will not help you. You have to use DML commands, data manipulation language. Okay, like we have 5 SQL sub languages: DDL, DML, TCL, DQL, okay, DCL. So these are the commands I will definitely explain you in the upcoming sessions. Now what, as we discussed, we will focus on DDL. It is a part of DDL command. So can we execute this? Okay, commands completed successfully. If you go and do a select star, now the customer pan column is removed. Guys, this column is totally removed. Okay, so you have to remember, if you want to add a new column, you have to use alter table customer, table name. This is customer means table name. Add column, which column you want to add, what is the type of data it's going to hold. Okay, so this is data type. All right, so by using this command you can add a new column. If you want to drop a column, then alter table name, drop column, then the column name. All right, this is the command you have to write to drop the column. Okay, so now I'll give you one more simple example. Okay, so You guys would have seen Dhamal movie. Okay, there was a scene where these guys, Arshad Warshi and his brother, okay, they were taking a help. Somebody's, giving them the lift in a car, and these guys say that how long it will take to reach Goa. He replies that, okay, sir, नाम बताते बताते Goa हो जाएगा. You must have heard that South Indian name. Okay, so I will just Mm, I'll just write the name Dhamal, South Indian name. Okay, okay, okay. I'm sure you guys would have heard this name. Okay, see, this name is okay. It's for me it is very difficult to pronounce, guys. So the name is Pravakarna Sripala Vardhana Attapattu Jay Surya Lakshmana Sri Ramakrishna Sri Venkata Sriva Venkata Rajashekara Srinivasana Trichipalli Ekya Parampil Parambaturu Chinnaswamy Muthuswamy Venugopala Iyer. I am sure you would have remembered this name. So suppose while inserting a data into a table, so you got a name like this. Okay, so let's just select this name. Okay, copy it. So I'll add one more employee whose employee is 103 and this name is this one. Understood, guys? I can write this name, right? Because I may get customer like this who has very lengthy names. In general, I can get name like this. Okay, so I'm trying to execute this, guys. I'm just selecting and execute. String, what is the error you are getting? String or binary data would be truncated in table master dbo dot customer column cost name truncated value. What it is saying is itna tak ki it can store, because what you have taken here is customer name size is 30. Okay, customer name size in varchar, that means you can store 30 characters. You can store a name which is the length of 30 characters. Can you see the length over here? It's very lengthy, around 300 plus characters it would be. Okay, so it is not allowing, because there is a restriction. You cannot use a name which is more than 30 characters. The length of the name is more than 30 characters. So what you can do, guys, you have to modify the data type of the customer name. All right, you have to modify the data type of customer name. Okay, I can't delete the records because I have already inserted 3-4 records. See, I'm giving you an example. It's a very small scenario over here. So now, since I'm giving you an example, I would have inserted 3 records. I have inserted 3 records. But when it comes to the real time, when banks will have lakhs of records, can they afford deleting this entire table just for dropping this entire table or removing this entire table, creating a new table with data type varchar with 500 length? It is not possible, because practically it is not possible because they have stored many customer details. So it is not possible. What they can do rather is they can try to modify. Okay, they can try to modify the varchar size 30 to 300, maybe 500. All right, what they have to do in this data, in this table, customer they have to modify the customer names data type, that is varchar. Okay, there is an option in SQL Server, you can do that. So how can you do that? Simple. Same, alter table customer. Okay, then what you can do is you can do alter. ये alter का मतलब है modify कर रहे हो, right? This alter meaning is you are modifying the column size. So what is your column name? alter column. Okay, you can write alter the customer name, cost name. Okay, varchar of this time I'm giving 500. Okay, because I know this kind of names will come. Maybe guys we have to write a keyword over here. Okay, I think it should. So see, if it is wrong in SQL Server, it is underlining. It's making it easier because whenever like 10 years before when we studied SQL Server, we were not having this feature. So whenever we write something wrong, it never used to underline. So nowadays, if you're making some mistakes, there, if you're writing a wrong command, so it is underlining everything. So add alter column customer name as varchar of 500. I'll select it, then click on execute. Now it is saying commands completed successfully. That means it is changed. Now if you see पहले कितना था varchar of 30. I'll just do a refresh. Okay, I'll do a refresh. Then I'll go to databases. Then go to system databases, master. All right, master. Then I go to tables. See, is we have customer table. Okay, expand again. Go to columns. Can you guys see customer name varchar of 500? Is it clear? It is clearly visible, right? It's clearly visible to all of you. Okay, so this is how you can modify. So you have to first specify. So in these three commands, whenever you are adding a new column to a table, so this is you're adding a new column to an existing table. All right, this is what you're doing is you're trying to drop a column entirely, dropping a column entirely from a table. Okay, so this is what you're doing is you are trying to modify the data type size or the data type. This is updating / modifying the data type size. What you're doing, you're updating or modifying the data type size. Alter table customer, alter column customer name as varchar of 500, because we had this challenge of inserting this data. We were not able to insert the data into the table. The South Indian name is so lengthy, we are unable to enter the name. Okay, so for that what you have to do is you don't need to delete the entire table because there are so many records which are existing already. So what you can do is there is an option so where you can increase the size 30 to 300 or 500. So how can you do that? I have to do that just by using alter table customer, alter column customer name varchar of 500. I have executed. Now the commands completed successfully. Now guys, try to insert this data again. Last time it was throwing us some error. Okay, executed. So now one row affected. That means this record is inserted. Alright, how can you do that? How can you verify? Again, do a select star from customer. So you have to remember the star means you have to right, the star means all columns. It will retrieve all the records with all columns, all rows from a table. That's it. Okay, so can you guys see the name? Pravakarna, Sri Palavardhana, Attapattu, Jai Surya, Lakshmana, Sri Ramakrishna, Shiva Venkata, Rajashekara, Srinivasana, Trichipalli, Yekya Parampir, Parambattur. What is that man? Chinna Swami, Muthu Swami, Venugopal Iyer. Did you understand this? No. So I think I hope your concepts are clear. Okay, so these are the commands. We have two more commands. Maybe I can explain you in the upcoming sessions. Otherwise the video will be very lengthy. The commands are so I can explain you drop table also. Okay, so guys, one command will be remaining, that is truncate. So truncate probably we can, that's a part of data definition language. I'll explain in the later upcoming sessions, but now I'll explain drop table. So guys, if you want to drop a table, you can drop it by using drop command. Drop table customer. Okay, that means here if you select and click on execute, and what it's going to do is it will remove the entire table from this master database. Okay, it will vanish the table. Okay, so but make sure if it is whenever you are working in an organization, when you joined an MNC and there you're working on this database, make sure that you do not drop any table without informing your team members. Just if it is a project table, please don't dare to delete this table, because you might end up losing your job if you drop a table which is not your practice table, which is not your kind of sample table. It is, if it is a project table and they are not able to recover the table, they are not able to restore the table, then they might fire you. So you have to take consent from everyone just before deleting the table. All right. So I just, because this is my sample practice table, I can create many tables because I have a command. So I can just do execute. Now commands completed successfully. That means the table is deleted. So you can again check whether the table is deleted or not. I can do a select star from customer. Okay. So it is, anyways, it is underlining. Okay, and it is showing me error. Okay, it is saying invalid object name. Customer name है ही नहीं. Customer table is not there. That means again do a refresh. Okay, database जो system databases master में अपना table था. Okay, go to tables. So can you see customer table? It is now deleted. What we can see is employee 1, employee 2, employee 3, employee 4, employee 5, employee student. Is it clear, guys? I think that's it for today. So what I would suggest you to give me a comment. If you do not subscribe to my channel, it is absolutely fine. It is for me it is giving back to the society. So just give me a feedback if you want some improvement. If I'm going somewhere wrong, okay, where I'm going wrong, where I'm going right, I need a genuine feedback to improve on my communication skill, to improve on my tech skills. Okay, thank you guys for watching this. Okay, thanks a lot, guys.